Blessings of grace and peace be with you today and forevermore. It's another beautiful morning, and I want to say good morning to you wherever you're joining us or you're watching us from. We're live, direct, right here on Galactic Television on all our social media platforms. And also don't forget, we are on National Digitalized Station 741 on AVO app. Also, you can get us on the O Prime application. So, I don't know where you are today, but you can also be part of it on a free-to-air station. So you are on terrestrial, whether you're on decoder, you're on DSTV, you're on anything, you can always get us on Star Times as well, 110. So where are you? It's a beautiful morning, and I hope you had a splendid night's rest. Trust you're doing good this morning, but if you're not, it's one of those things. Life continues. You know, whatever happens yesterday was Sunday. Today is another time for you to pick it up. Where you have stopped on Friday, continue from there. If your weekend was, going anywhere, one of my colleagues will always say, yes, today is another startup. Today is another opportunity. Today is another privilege. Today is another grace for you to move on. And so, you're welcome to Galactic Television. The program is Family and Values. Family and Values is all about your family, my family, your home. What makes a family? The boy you see on the street, the young lady you see walking there, did not just drop and start living her life. She is from a family. That man you just insulted while you're trying to put the boss, yes, he's a father, either an uncle, or maybe he's still single. He is from a family. That woman that you look down on in your place of work, she is someone's colleague. She is the mother. She's an aunt. And so a family constitutes and comes together to make a great nation. So how well is your family doing? We are here to always remind you and put you in the know. To also let you know that those values that we have let and attended to, those values we have pushed under the carpet, can actually be brought back and bring it into the 21st century. The digitalized century of our generation is to work. You may think it's difficult, but can always bring it back. And that's why Family and Values is all here to help, to assist, and to help you enjoy, to entertain, and to also inform you. So, my name is Olori Adejoke Adibide. My friends call me Olori AJ. I hope you're going to have a wonderful time with us today, because we will not do this alone. I'm not always here alone. I have a young lady looking, somebody said she's wearing a fire-colored outfit today, and it's true. You know, when you see the yellow and the orange and and the white, you definitely know this one is fire. Don't you dare! No arrow, weapon, form of what against that shall prosper. Oluwa Joy is right here in the studio. So I can help welcome her. I came with so much fire this morning. So anybody that tried will receive the fire. Good morning. I see the way. No, I told him now. Fire is burning. Is and I noticed you gave it to him. Fire will burn it. Oh, it's so beautiful to see you this morning. Good morning. You're looking calm, beautiful. I'm sure you had a restful weekend. I didn't. I had a slight down, but God be the glory, I'm here. Yeah, we are here. People like you and our viewers. We are here, yes. It's a beautiful morning, yes. I'm always excited when it's Friday and then coming back to work on Monday. It's always, when you face the traffic, it takes a whole lot, to put yourself together after all the traffic on the road. But yes, we are here. Good morning. Welcome to Family and Values. My name is Princess Joy Ayo Abu. And this morning, something happened over the weekend and I want to quickly say it. We've been talking about empathy for a very long time, and we've been talking about putting yourself in other people's shoes. So a mini mart opened in my area, and because they were doing promo, buy one and get one free. Now somebody that has a loaded store decided to go there and pack the whole loaves of bread. And I was wondering, you're getting one, like you're buying one and getting one free at a cheaper rate. Then you went there with your vehicle and packed everything. Smart. Simply because you want to go and sell it and deprive others. And I was asking myself, when we are fighting corruption, where are we fighting it from? That's food for thought for you this Monday morning. Alright, yes, it's food for thought, because I was actually angry, like, why are you not considering another person? from actually having access to the opportunity that they laid before.
And because of this thing, like we need to see the amount of queue that people now had to wait because they needed to do production. No. It was really uncalled for. So please learn to have the spirit of empathy in you. Think of one another. Okay. That's my message for you this morning.
Empathy.
Yes, learn to have empathy.
The privilege for you to let others live and let live. A very darling friend and brother harder than nobody.
Yes.
And this is going to be guy.
Let me hold you because when I tried calling, his number was switched off. Keke, I know you're hearing me and listening to me. I know my birthday wishes came late too, but you see that number that I was calling, you didn't pick. You owe me fish for that. Let's leave it at that. It's your birthday, but then don't worry.
This guy, I don't know what else to say, but one thing I can say right now is that you're special.
Yeah, Keke is special.
On that platform, I am not even the convener. You are the joy that you really. I cannot thank God more for your life. He added another year and it landed on the 5th floor.
And it doesn't look it anyway. Yeah, it doesn't look it.
God be the glory for your life. I pray to not be the least. God will have many more.
Amen.
With your children and grandchildren around your table, with your wife, all will be happy with you. Not just one, all will be happy with you.
All will be happy with you.
Not be the least you celebrate. By the grace of God. So, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
I call him Olukayode, not this guy, Johnson is looking at me. Olukayode, Kunle, Akiwale, is also Olusheye, Samuel, is also Sunday. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay, he deserves all the celebration.
Yeah, he does.
So, on that note, we need to go for this short break. I will be right back because our guest is right here seated. Don't go anywhere. Just for a short break. We're not taking our mini features yet. And you are doing well. You are doing well. And this morning we have a very wonderful guest in the house. He's none other than Mr. Chidi Nwankwo. A beautiful morning to you, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
good
sir.
To see you finally. When I hear your voice,
I'm very, very grateful.
I shiver.
Okay.
It has to be loud.
Don't fumble with this kind of voice.
Yeah, it has to be loud.
It's good to see you. Mr. Chidi Nwankwo is the National Coordinator of Association of Handicap Awards. This year, 2024, he is a National Coordinator for Handicap Persons Awareness. And this year they're having their awards. And is all out to give us the details, every other information. Why is this the first time you're having it? What's been happening? So, Mr. Chidi.
This is the 32nd edition.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's a National Handicap Excellence Awards 2024. And it's coming up on the 8th, tomorrow, of October at Eco Hotel Fantasia Hall.
How easy has it been? How easy has it been? You know, putting all this together. What has it been like putting this together? Coming up with this?
As know that with God all things are possible.
Yeah.
We have always done every homework ahead of time. Like as I'm coming to you now, the package for next year is already in process. You know, the recipients and all this, so it's always done in advance. It's just as if we knew that things will become very much more crunchier as time keep on advancing. So it was not easy anyway, but with God on our side, God has always been able to back us up.
Okay, so I want to ask, what should we be expecting at the awards tomorrow? Do you have specific people you're settling out, or is strictly for the handicap, or open to the general public?
Oh, certainly there are two categories of recipients annually at these events. The achievers from the persons with disabilities who have done very well in different walks of life from some of the clusters. Then the supporters who could be able-bodied and who have been doing a lot towards the empowerment of persons with disabilities. So two categories. The persons with disabilities who have excelled, and then the supporting people.
Okay, I wanted to ask for how is the category coming up and all, but you chipped in with that. How do you now go forward to keep this nowadays? I want to also ask, do you have government coming in? Do you try to solicit for their help? Because situations like this, private establishments and also government should be able to come in and sponsor. How well is it with you?
Good. It's been very, very rough. Well, like I said, something that has been going on, and this is the 32nd edition, you can agree with me, has already entered into the system. So definitely we usually solicit for government and corporate support, but unfortunately with the situation of things, we find that so many of them are still striving, and sometimes they turn deaf ear. So someone who has a very good worthy cause and a vision to push out, we will not wait till everything is made up. You have to do all and leave the rest for God. Like a hotel has been a standby, facilitator in terms of the venue and the facilities there. So with that, we now, just like somebody give you a push and then you begin to fly. So we don't want to misuse what has been on ground. Then we rally around to make up, coupled with the contributions from friends and then the members of the association.
Okay.
Nomination, as you said, used to be done by persons with disabilities themselves. And sometimes some of you, the media, come in when they chip in that, why don't you include so person who's been doing very well in the media sector, is even one of us, works in a so FM station. Then we go find out and look through the profile and find it worthy. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to believe you're the convener of this award.
Yes.
Or part of it. Now, you are not disabled and you are having an award for the disabled. Now, our viewers out there and out of curiosity would want to ask, why do you choose disabled people? Why did you decide to actually think of them? Because I feel like the society actually neglects them. We really don't put our searchlights on them, despite the fact that they are doing great works. We see it like, because we have a stereotype thinking that most of them, are relevant to begging, and so there is nothing. So when you hear disabled, the first thing that comes into your mind is, okay, so probably they are seeking for funds or begging on the streets. But what actually prompted this, and been doing it for 32 years? Wow, that's great. So what was the brain behind it? What was the push?
Yes, actually, the brain behind everything was that over the years, we found out that this set of people in this part of the world are always relegated to the background. For instance, the president, who is supposed to be here now because of his eye challenges, had eye surgery some time ago, Mr. Prince Will David, a musician popularly known as Prince Weekender, a physically challenged chair. So, when I even saw his own plight, that someone like that, right from his family, was not being well treated. It's not as if he was born like that. According to him, it was just a careless nurse who injected him with a wrong injection.
Okay.
Limb, and then before he became lame. So, members of his family from the home now start looking down at him. But I can bet you that today he's the one even taking care of most of them, even the ones that are older than him. So with that, you find that being able to empower them, being able to ensure that you teach them how to fish, makes them to fly and then become very, very successful in life. If you now start looking at the international world, let's move over to that side. You find notable examples like Stevie Wonder. You find the other American president that was on wheelchair, and so many others. You have Pastor Nick these days. If they were not empowered and trained and given a push, they wouldn't have been able to succeed to that level. So the same way, we saw that the more you give them a push, the best you get out of them. See so many of the Paralympic
we were actually saying it on the show. Yes, they do great things. Yeah,
lawn tennis.
Yes,
the football team, the handball, the weightlifting. Several of them, men, women, they always come back with gold, silver, bronze. And this is to make the nation proud.
Yeah. That's true.
And even sometimes we make cases for some of them who are not given some of their entitlements. I don't want to go into that area.
Yeah.
When all those things are being boosted, and then
one of these days we'll bring you to come and talk more about that, because it's so challenging and they really need a voice. Some of them are mothers, their fathers, in as much as they are handicapped, they are special to their family. And so they need something to keep them going apart from meeting all the struggles. Something that will always give them the ginger all the time that we are doing this and we have all the support around us. So finally, sir, as you take your leave, I would want you to also remind us once again, is everyone invited, or it's just for all the special people, SWAN people that you've named? Or is there any other thing you want to add to tomorrow's event? The time, the date, the venue, can you put us through that again? Invite our people as they're watching you right now.
Yes, actually, I've said before, the date is tomorrow, Tuesday, 8th of October, 2024, at the Fantasia Hall, Eco Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos, and the time is 10 a.m. The theme for this year's event is Joyful Noise. So, selected persons with disabilities from different clusters. When I talk about clusters, we have the physically challenged, we have the visually impaired, we have the hearing and speaking impaired, we have the Down syndrome and mentally retarded. Have been invited. They represent their clusters. And then notable able-bodied also who have passion for persons with disabilities from different sectors have also been invited. Then whoever is also pleased to be part of us, because it's a morning program. People may not be able to leave their work, and those that are far away to come in at that time. So apparently by 1 p.m., 2 p.m., we're done.
Okay. Thank you so
much. All right,
thank
you very much.
Mr. Chidemwanko, who is the National Coordinator for Association of Handicapped Persons Welfare here in Lagos. And he's inviting you to the program tomorrow. And if you want to be generous, if you cannot tell, you can always send your, widow's mite to go a long way to help support them and make them do greater things for tomorrow. On that note, it's time for us to go for a mini feature. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's Galactic Television and the program is the Family&Values. I'm sure you listened to our mini feature. Today we're looking at being apologetic. What is apologetic? Are you always apologetic when you have misunderstanding with your partner or with your colleague at work? Okay, the guest we are bringing in this morning, we had a conversation sometime 2-3 weeks ago, and she mentioned it that there are ways you actually apologize. When you do your I'm sorry, it's different from I apologize. It goes deeper. So this morning, she's here to come and give us the lowdown. Because that day we're running out of time. And I said, to make sure you come back and give us the lowdown on this. Because I really want to understand it. To me, I believe I'm telling you, I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I believe it should, go down, because I'm saying for me to even tell you I'm sorry. You should hold on to that now. Which one? How am I so sure that sorry has come from your mind? Hey, there is God though. But this morning, Oluwatumi Shaladapokuku is here. And so she'll be going deeper. She's a media person. Yes. She's a broadcaster. She is an author. She's a writer. She's a life coach. She's a mental health advocate. She carry everything, even her phone, Lagos. So Oluwatumi Shaladapokuku, the look-alike of a beautiful American woman.
So I say.
Okay. Now it's good to have you again.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. You're looking fiery. You're looking all good.
You know that one. Yeah, I'll still pick something from you. See, there's no how you're going to escape it. When I sit on this side. Now let me give one insight. Let me give one insight. Now last week, when we sat here, I wanted to steal. There's something Joy used to do. I thought I'd leave that one for us. We are putting it. You can't even forget it. Forget it. We know how to pick things questions from the guests. But I'm enjoying my exercising mat. It's really wonderful.
Yes,
Thank you. Yes, and it's actually helping for my tummy. So when I used to tell her I used to gym, see, and she said, every Thursday I used to gym and I gym to the office.
Gym is different from working on your distance.
All is gym. God bless you. We have a health instructor here.
She's gymming from
direct from the gym to the studio.
I have 4 questions today for
Alright, so yes, let's go into it.
So, Oluwatomishi, what has been apologetic? And from our last discussion, I am sorry is different from I apologize. Can you please enlighten
Accountability. That's the only difference. Accountability. And we're going to explore a bit on accountability, because when you say I'm sorry, what are you sorry for? When you're apologizing, is it followed by modified behavior? Yeah, so you could say I'm sorry, and you can say, oh, I say it a lot. Like somebody says they're not feeling well, and I say, oh, I'm sorry about that, and like, well, you sorry? Are you doing a big mistake? So you understand? Then I apologize. I'm taking ownership of what I did. I'm taking ownership of my part, and I'm promising you that what I have done, thank you for bringing it to my notice. What I have done, I'll work with you, not again. So the challenge here is we all think that when apologies come, where there's the I'm sorry, that ends the conflict. No, it does not. That's just the beginning of the process to resolving the conflict. I hope
that's the beginning.
Yeah, apologize. If I say, I apologize for coming late. Right? I have taken ownership of my part, but have I addressed how it made
you feel?
All right. So me apologizing is just the first step in the process. Whether we're going to be doing the blame games or we're going to be telling ourselves, okay, no, I'm blaming you for it is you that did not make me. No. All right. So an apology is just the beginning. It's the first step, the beginning of the resolution process. So what happens usually is when we say I'm sorry, just like you said at the beginning, I have told you I'm sorry from my mind. Yeah, you know. Do they know?
That's it.
Have you validated how they feel? How that event, what that event did to them, what it did for them? Right? So are you speaking to them, or you are inviting them into a resolution process? So there's I'm sorry. I should have told you I'm sorry now. No, but you've not. You've said I'm sorry. Okay, I'll give a personal example. There's someone who hurt me when I was younger, between the ages of 11 and 15, and for some reason this particular person is the one person I've not been able to just say, okay, just let go, because usually I make excuses for people, but this particular person. And then fast forward to 2021, we have a phone call, and this person goes, and there's some things that you do when you were young that you don't, just forget it. No, that is not an apology. That you are acknowledging that you did it does not acknowledge the fact that the pain that it cost me was addressed.
Okay. Now, you've spoken a whole lot, and I'm trying. No. Hold on. You spoke a whole lot, and I was trying to pick one or two. But now, for the sake of our viewers who are still confused, because we're fond of, do you get? Now, yes, because I'm thinking, like, for instance, if a lorry doesn't buy me fish this weekend,
you will be upset.
And then I will be upset. And then she comes to say, oh, Joy, I'm sorry. I shall still not buy that fish for me.
She has not resolved.
God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah,
now,
you have to tell her
the reason why you didn't buy me the fish.
I never.
No, I'm just. No, don't worry. Now, let me ask this. What is the striking difference between apologizing and being sorry?
Okay, there's some people
because
who are totally
I feel like
apologetic. You know, they're like, oh, before they do something, or before you do something to them, you know, they're sorry immediately. All right, who are they serving though? The fact that you don't want conflict. The fact that you're running away from confrontation. Who are you serving? There is an elephant. The moment you don't go through the process, the elephant turns from grey to pink to white in the living room, and we have it there. So who are we serving when we say, okay, this person? Because I'm trying to stay with the be apologetic. You know, I was struggling when you know, because a lot of us, we are being raised to be apologetic over everything. Over everything. We're raised to be apologetic over everything. Inadvertently, we've been told that we don't matter. Inadvertently, we've been told that what you're thinking, how you feel, is not valid. Right? So, if my child comes to me and says to me, especially my son, "Mommy, I'm sorry, what are you sorry about?" You know, parents ask me, is it possible to raise children without beating? Yes.
Very possible.
I have beaten my children before one of them, I have. You know, but that conversation, the day I beat him, it was 5. I beat him so much. Oh Jesus, I beat him so much. And after I beat him, because we had a culture in the family that you could come talk, and then he comes to me about 30 minutes later and goes like, "Mommy, your body's spinning you, Abby." I said, "Yeah, and my body too is spinning me." I'm like, "Yeah." And he said, "But you know, we could have talked because I don't know why you
beat me.
I don't know." And I'm like, "Okay, let's have a conversation. This was what she did. This was what she did." Say, "But you should have told me now, because I can't. Because now all of us, everybody's in pain, and I did it. There was no reason." Now, fast forward. One is going on 17. The other is going on 13 now. The boy is going on 13 now, and they will do something, and they're like, "Oh, I know you should beat me. Just take the day." You know, because we have empowered them to be able to adequately label what we're feeling. You and I weren't. You and I weren't. Yeah. You and I weren't. If something happens to you as a child, and most of us, and I'm talking Gen X, Millennials, and Zennials, whatever it is they call us, those of us who don't belong.
They get inside generation.
It's not even getting inside. It's you asking you. Something, you doing something and nobody's telling you why
you're being punished,
or nobody's telling you, you know. So we have been raised to be apologetic. There's nothing wrong with being apologetic, but we have been raised to take ownership of other people's offense,
yes,
and other people's offense. So I am not running away from the fact that is how we were raised, but we can do better. Yeah, we can do better. Now you know that when you apologize to someone or someone does something to you, be accountable, take ownership of the harm, identify the harm that has happened, take ownership of it. Oh, I'm sorry I did this. Oh, I apologize that I did this. If you're going to use, now, because I'm a linguist, I understand where the "I'm sorry and I apologize" is coming from, because in our dialects, in our languages, "I'm sorry" is the closest to apology. An apology is, and I hope some linguist doesn't take me up on this, but an apology is totally foreign. Totally foreign. Pele is easier. However, even in Yoruba, there is many.
I know.
I love the fact that bringing it back again. Now it's time for us to go for a word on marble. Take this break and possibly have a swap. I'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Talking about the word on marble, and Session was going to ask.
Yeah, because I want to know, because that throws a lot of,
when you
it's a metaphor that throws a lot of questions out there, because an antibiotic, as good as it is, can make you weak.
It will make you weak, but that means it softens that anger, that fury, because you have really done it from your mind, and the person is also accepting it. So whatever it is you must have done to hurt that person, just like you said, you have stated it, the wrong has been really analyzed, and you are letting it go. Because when you take antibiotics, of course, it dissolves whatever pain and everything you're going through. But when you now go through the bad apology, your partner is telling you what you did, whether male or female, was not what he or she expected from you. I'm like, if you like, I've apologized, whether you like it or not, you take it, and that's how far I can go. So it comes in with a lot of rumble in the heart and the soul, like, so you're taking me for granted. Definitely you did it for for your own reason, blah, 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 blah.
So there's a lot to unpack in what you just said, a lot to unpack, because you have to understand the dynamics of that relationship. You have to understand the dynamics of it, and why the person is saying, I have apologized, let's move on. All right. However, when it has now become a blame game as against resolving the conflict, then it's just, like I said, it's just going to continue to grow. The question I want to ask both of you, though, and anyone who's listening, why are we afraid of crucial conversations?
To me, I'm not afraid of conversation. The only thing I try to avoid is
crucial conversations.
Crucial because
when you are ready, yeah.
No, I feel like having a crucial conversation makes you face with reality, makes you face with yourself. Like let's assume there is a case of infidelity.
Yeah.
And probably you are the one on the side that actually committed that sin, and then you need to have this. Yeah, but it's the sin. Come on, and then you have to have this conversation with your partner because it's necessary. Now, at that point, you're scared of two things. Are you taking a walk? Is the person going to take a walk? But you are scared because you don't know what's the other person's reaction.
And that is fair.
Okay.
So I feel that's why people run away from this thing.
Things too crucial that I cannot really walk through. I believe whatever I do, in any way I've wronged you, I will come to you, because I'm a kind of person that when I tell you this is what I want to do, I am not. So I don't see anything too weighty. I'm very light when it comes to. I'm flexible.
That is you.
So
the other person,
the person who is, of course, we have spent many years together. So by now, how many months have we? When I tell you, Joy, this is how I feel. Ask her. Sometimes I feel bad. I call her before I go to bed. Blah 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 blah. What? This is me, and I will tell you immediately. So I don't like carrying things. So I want to believe my partner, after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 27 years, or more, day, what I know, they must be able, by the grace of God, because I will take yours in and I will rub it on. You should able to be, to do the same with me. So I don't think things too
rigid.
A lot of things to unpack. One, both of you are different.
Oh yeah.
Two, you don't know the map that they're operating from.
That's another one.
You understand your map, and the fact that you've been together for upwards of 20 years doesn't mean they've finished unpacking their map, or you are finished unpacking their map.
That one,
I've used myself as examples.
Yes.
And it's what's going on 23 years. No, it's 23 years we've been together now. Not married to I'm old. But we still because I am a slow processor. I will not. There is nothing that will make me talk at the heat of an argument. There is nothing that's going to make me talk at the heat of a confrontation. Nothing. And that is because I'm coming from a place where I've seen that confrontation bursts into anger, and everybody is beating is all of that. He's coming from a place, look, we must stop, and they have a conversation. No matter how hot the matter is in the Coco family, they will sit down and talk it. Like, why? Why are you sitting down to talk? Why? What are you talking about? Right? But for me, I come from a place that I have to process it. And I'm still that way till date. I'm better. I'll sit down and listen. But I will not talk.
And when you finish,
when I finish processing, I send a message. Right? So we need to get to a point that we love people the way they need to be loved. Not the way we think they need to be loved. Because most likely you're loving this person the way you want to be loved. And it is not the way they are, it is not the way they're made up. So if you understand? So going back to my husband and I again, because I know one of his love languages is just to be heard. I will sit down there, I hear it, I will not talk back.
I've heard everything you've said.
I've heard what you said. But if I speak now, I probably will hurt you because I'm hurting. It took a while for him to get that. It took a while. It probably still taking a while. Sorry, but it's probably taking a while. But I'm a slow processor. I had to learn to meet him where he is, and he had to learn to meet me where I am.
All right, now.
So when we come to apologies, why do we remove our personalities when we're trying to sort issues?
But then because of our time, let me quickly ask this: when can we add these two words? Now, because we are also talking to kids. Now, something happened over the weekend. My kids took the whole snacks they're supposed to use for the whole week and sat down and had it. And I didn't talk. And when I entered, I said, okay, no problem. You've just saved me the whole stress for the week. There is no more snacks. And I started hearing, I'm sorry. I said, hold on. What are you sorry for? That you were having all this without thinking. So I was just there, just keep your sorry, because I feel at that point they've not realized the weight of what they've done. So now, when do we tender the two words? When should one be apologetic, and when should one say, like sometimes you're walking, somebody hits the leg and you say sorry, somebody sneezes and you say sorry. I had to learn to stop telling people sorry when they're sick, because I'm not the cause of your sickness.
So I'm going to disappoint you and say that you have to understand the person you're dealing with for you to know when and how.
Okay. To use the words.
You don't hug me when I'm in pain. I'll push you away.
All right.
But some other person.
That's when they need that hug.
So the problem again is we are not intentional and mindful enough with our relationships. We want to generalize it. We want to stereotype it. All men are this. Oh, this is how all women behave. And this is then the response to all women. And this is now the response. Hell no. Heavens no. Joy is different to Olori. Do you understand? You people are different. Why would I want to treat you the way I treat her? Why? Take that home into your relationships.
Okay, well, would she want to treat me the way she treats you? Joy,
all right, take that home. Well, I think in all of this, she has just said one thing that is very striking and very key is deal with everybody according to how they want to be dealt with, and every situation comes with its own. But most importantly, when to be apologetic, you need to understudy and learn that, and when to say sorry. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. My name is Princess Joy Ayo Abu.
Okay, we'll be inviting you very soon to a program coming up by Oluwatimi Sholada for Coco for Men. These days, it's men, people are concentrating.
I don't understand, though. Suddenly, all we are seeing here is men.
We are saying, give us that time.
Is that right?
But women are, she's coming up. All the women empowerment.
She's coming up with a program very soon. We'll keep you posted. It's coming up in November, just next month. So just stay tuned on Family and Values. You're privileged to have a free ticket, but it's your paying. You have to pay. Anyway, Tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day. It's talking about education. Attending government school. What has been your privilege? I want to know. That's what we're talking about tomorrow. Government school, is it still effective? How effective is it? Why is it that many people would take their children to private school when the government school is there? Are they lacking in any way? We'll talk very much about that, and so join us tomorrow on that. I want to wish you the very best of today. Thank you to all our crew, from the cameraman to the MCR to the editor. Thank you for our mini feature and every other person. Kalisa, thank you for bringing in our guests. And to all the crew from the radio station, thank you for being here. I remember Famous very well. I remember, I'm sorry, I remember Famous. Okay, I greet all of you from my heart, and we wish you the very best of today. Love yourself, share your love with others, celebrate yourself, make yourself the favorite. And to our president, thank you for always having me here for Family and Value. We love you. Thank you. Have a splendid day. Bye for now.